Classic League Podcast time!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to... What do I say in the beginning? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Classic Elite. My name is Scott. I've got Dustin joining us. I'm missing something there, man. I guess I'm out of sorts tonight.
Well, I think it won't hurt our surge in popularity.
Oh, there we go. Nice pun. Well done. Yeah, everyone. My name is Scott. We've got Dustin here. We're a video game podcast called Classic Elite. Hey, we got Kevin tonight. Yeah, Ether talking about how horribly hot it is out in Arizona. Vepper and Ether talking about that. Kevin called us Classic Heat. So, nice pun. Two good puns in the first 30 seconds. It's going to be an excellent show. I can already tell. So, Indigo Gaming on Twitter, a great YouTube channel. Highly recommend them. We talked about their Chrono Trigger video recently. Brought up a good question, Dustin. What is the flavor of Surge?
Citrus.
Citrus? Okay.
Yes, but it tastes like less sweet Sundrop.
Sundrop's also a little lesser known as well.
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like it's regional. Is it kind of more southern?
I feel like, yeah, not southern the way Cheerwine was like North Carolina only, but I think Sundrop, right. When I lived in Charlotte for a while, Sundrop was definitely popular. You'd see that more than like Mountain Dew. Even though it wasn't like directly Mountain Dew, that was just the common drink.
Mm-hmm. And Sundrop tastes like a more syrupy version of Mellow Yellow.
Yes. Which is probably why the Mountain Dew comparison's in my head, because that was like Coke's answer to Mountain Dew, was Mellow Yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's all coming around. Kevin is in Canada, and he asks, is Surge only American? It sure feels like it's American, like 1990s America, like hardcore. Mm-hmm. We got Alex the Great joining us. Thank you very much. We got KPT joining us. Awesome. Sir Cattingsworth, it's great to see you again. If anybody would like to join us and talk about video games live with us and all the news and whatnot, Wednesday nights around 8:15 Eastern Time, we record live, so you can interact with us and have a good old time. If this is your first time checking us out, talk mostly about video games, but usually reference a lot of stuff from the 80s and 90s and horror movies and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. How has the week been going for you since you've had a surge in energy?
I am smack in the middle of my summer vacation.
Okay.
I took some time off.
Nice.
I went to the grocery store. I bought $45 worth of garbage, and I've just been shoveling it into my gullet.
Good for you, man.
It's been awesome.
Well, you got Mr. Belmont keeping you from sleeping, so you might as well just ride a sugar buzz for a couple weeks.
Right?
It's really
He's been doing pretty good. He sleeps from I think the past couple of nights it's been from 9 to 5.
Wow.
Yeah. If he keeps that up, then oh my goodness.
He'll be a healthy person his entire life if he can keep that up. That's optimal, man. That's impressive. Solid 8 hours. Yeah, and I was speaking of little kids and whatnot. I saw on Instagram Kevin was holding a baby again. I'm like, he had another baby. When did this happen? And then he was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, it was like he was. I don't know the context of it, but it was just every time I see him with a kid, I'm like, why didn't you tell us, man? So, yeah, I guess as far as gaming stuff this week, I got the episode posted a little late last week. I had some computer problems, so we don't have any feedback yet from last week's episode. So I guess we'll just jump right into some of the gaming news.
Let's do it.
Did you happen to take 14 minutes and 49 seconds out of your day and watch the Uncharted Fan Film with Nathan Fillion?
I did.
What did you think of it?
It was awesome.
That's what I think.
Also, there were big names in that. Stephen Lang plays Sully. He was in Avatar. He was in Don't Breathe.
Yeah,
he was the really Weasley guy in Tombstone.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Tombstone. I remember it. I know. I don't like Westerns that
That
much,
movie's
but
great.
I need to watch that one. That's like the last great Western I know. That and Unforgiven. I haven't seen either of those.
I would watch Tombstone before Unforgiven.
Okay.
Or I would recommend them.
Also,
Tombstone. Over Unforgiven.
Ernie, I forget his last name.
Reyes Jr.
Yeah, the dude, he's in Pool Hall Junkies. He's in Ninja Turtles 2. Surf Ninjas, of course, which we reference at least once a month.
The greatest movie ever made.
You know, what if he's never in a movie again? Oh, wait. I don't have Rob Schneider's power, so the what if joke doesn't work. El Tigre, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nathan Fillion stars as... We didn't even get to the big guy yet. Nathan Fillion stars as Nathan Drake.
Yeah. Nathan Fillion is Nolan North as Nathan
Drake. Yeah, he does a great Nolan North impression. So what were some of the things that you enjoyed about it? It's a... we both said we liked it. So what kind of impressed you with it?
Well, I'll tell you what I didn't like. It wasn't faithful to the games in that the guys went down when they got shot once or twice.
Dude, it's so funny. I had the same thought. I'm like, those are unlucky criminals.
Like he should have had to shoot guys like one magazine per guy.
Yeah.
And it would have been faithful.
I was talking with my friend Matt about it, and there's kind of like a third-person, over-the-shoulder homage to the video game aspect.
Yeah.
Which he's like, that pulled me out. It was kind of dumb, but I get what was in there, and I totally understand that. They got details right. The same things that I liked about the Tomb Raider movie. Falling and crashing through windows and good jokes. And yeah, the guy that did Sully did an amazing job. I just wish his cigar was lit more the whole time.
Yeah.
It
It always weirds me out to see people just have a cigar in their mouth.
Yeah. Very strange. But it reminded me of that Adi Shankar guy that did the Power Rangers movie and the Laundromat Punisher. Mm-hmm. It was good the way that those were good, I thought. So it's weird for us to talk about Uncharted 2 weeks in a row, since neither of us really got into the series that much.
We're in Uncharted territory.
Oh, just pun heavy, man. That's very nice. What did you guys in chat think, if any of you were able to watch it? Looks like we got some Ninja Turtles and Sonic talk going on, which is great. Yeah. Oh, it was an old photo of Hannah as a baby. So it was Kevin's kid. It was just a 4-year-old photo. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. What's a game you might want to see a good fan version of?
Max Payne.
Oh, that's an excellent choice. That's a really good choice. I might go with a Contra. I know it's lazy.
Ooh, yeah.
But I think you could do something really fun, like Predator style.
Like Predator if it was directed by John Woo.
Okay, there you go. I just want to see like a mutant wall randomly that they have to shoot at.
That would be great.
Be super fun. Also, that reminds me, the Halo movie that on IMDb in Alex Garland's profile, it says it's in like post-production or whatever, or that it's happening. That is a script he sold for $1 million that no one's just doing anything with. So he had a full script written that he sold, and I think that's why it's listed that way in IMDb. Is interesting. I watched Annihilation last night again, so I was at his IMDb page and then saw an interview where he mentioned the Halo script. He's like, yeah, it sold for $1 million. No one's doing anything with it. I'm like, damn, bravo, man.
Yeah, right?
Very cool.
That's rad.
Yeah, so those are our picks. I wouldn't want Castlevania picked just because we have gotten Adi Shankar's take. It's just his anime version of Castlevania, which is excellent. God, I can't wait for season 2.
Season 2. It's so good.
Yeah, man. Also in the news, what do we got next?
Let's see. Octopath Traveler in high demand and selling out according to Johnny Millennium. This is about a 6.5-minute video where he goes on talking about how this JRPG is doing super well in modern day times, and it may be selling out.
It's a $60 game that has like an 8-bit or 16-bit kind of feel.
Hmm.
So that surprises me that it's selling out like this. But I hear rave things about it.
Yeah, Johnny Millennium, what's his channel? Happy Console Gamer. He loved it. I actually went to Best Buy, the website, and it was there for pickup. Like I could have bought it and picked it up like an hour later. So I don't think it's like completely out of stock, but maybe if you're interested in this, you might want to go get it now.
Yeah, if you're physical, this could turn into like one of the, what was that Wii game, Xenoblade Chronicles? Was that the one that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this might be that kind of a scenario. Of course, you can download it if you just want to play the game and you're not into the physical stuff. But
right,
I like hearing that these like hardcore old school JRPG structured games are being treated as not like a $20 game and succeeding at it.
Yeah.
Normally, I think of them as $20 or less nowadays, and I don't know if that's necessarily fair. That's a little, my bias showing there. That if it's not too many polygons, then you can't charge too much for it, and that's incorrect. But I can't help but fall into that trap. Do you ever feel that way? That if it's retro inspired, but yet I'll spend $100 on like an old cart from that. It's dumb. Either says Despacito the movie. I see that meme all over. I don't get it. Nothing makes you feel older than like memes.
Yeah.
You're like, man.
I saw a really good meme the other day. It was Elrond from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And it said when you meet
that's
a kid
that's the elf, the main elf guy, right?
Yeah,
like not Legolas, but
right,
the elf leader.
Agent Smith.
Yeah, Agent Smith. Yeah. I was gonna say Mr. Anderson, but that's just what he says.
But it said when you meet a kid who's never seen a VHS and doesn't know what a VCR was or a VCR is, and it's a picture of Elrond, and the caption says, "I was there 3,000 years ago."
Yes. Oh, I love that. Those movies hold up so well. I love Lord of the Rings movies. Ether also says I'd love a Lovecraftian movie. Let's see. Yeah, chat's going good. Appreciate it. So sorry if we miss anything. Feel free to re-ask questions if we don't get to something. Appreciate all of the activity. It's awesome. It's really fun to see. But yeah, Octopath Traveler, by all accounts, is very good and seems worth $60. So bravo. The next story, and this is pretty interesting. So if people remember, a few years ago, Alien Colonial Marines released to very negative reviews for a myriad of reasons, but a big complaint was the AI and the way that the aliens interacted with you. And somebody digging through INI files found a typo that was related to the it was a one letter, like the letter A was inadvertently put somewhere in an INI file that affected the artificial intelligence and the way that the aliens would react. And while it doesn't fix the game entirely, it fixes a lot of the AI problems. One little typo. That's crazy how fragile all that stuff is. I know when we had Zarek on, and he was complaining about like ladders just floating in like a Fallout game or something, or a Dark Souls game, and how frustrated he was. I'm like, you know what though? Maybe removing that one ladder broke like an entire world. Like, who knows? Yeah. So they just were like, leave it. This just shows like how fragile the code actually is. And the Rock Paper Shotgun article that I'll have linked does show some side-by-side stuff. Like, for example, the aliens in the broken version can run away and reappear and run away in really weird spots, and they're easy to outrun. Whereas with this AI fixed, they will continue to attack more, and they behave more like what you would expect, which I thought was really cool. I also am blown away by the fact that somebody is going to pour through INI files of a poorly rated game.
That's a really good point. Like, what poor bastard is going through INI files from Colonial Marines, which released, what, 3 years ago? 4
I
years
think
ago?
about 3 years ago, I'd guess.
Damn.
I don't know. It's to each their own, you know. That's but it's very interesting to see, and that's cool. I guess hire this guy. You know, let him do some QC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. Very surprising that one little letter can change everything like that. Hey, what's up, Ken? Good to see you. So what do we got next?
Somebody built a Virtual Boy emulator for modern VR.
Yeah, it runs in the Oculus. So I guess you can play the 30 games or whatever that were out for it.
Yeah.
And they said that there were a couple of different modes. I looked at this article the other day. But I wonder if it also allows... Yeah, it says there are two modes. One where the screen is fixed and static, like the original Virtual Boy, and the other, the screen exists on its own, so you can move much closer or further away from the display. The trademark red filter can also be changed to gray, which is said to make it easier on the eyes.
I feel like it's supposed to hurt.
Yeah, because then you would know that you'd be too like focused on whether or not the game was good, and it probably isn't. So,
Right.
I want to play Mario Tennis and Sock'em Robots or whatever, and the Wario platformer game for it is really good. It's just it plays a lot like 6 Golden Coins on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
It's good. It's definitely a good game.
I wonder why they put that on. I guess they needed something to put on Virtual Boy.
Yeah, it is weird, and I think it still only exists there. I don't think that they've moved it and ported it to any other places. Yeah, it's called if anybody's curious, it's the VBJIN emulator for the Oculus Rift. I'm assuming it's developed by High Horse Entertainment. I'm assuming it's in that Oculus storefront, but maybe not. You might have to sideload it. Like just install it on your computer and then not go through the storefront. I don't know exactly how to get it, but that's how you can obtain a copy of it, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, next up now, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter. People are on Twitter really snarky about everything, so I gotta take that with a grain of salt.
Twitter sucks, man.
It's really frustrating. Like even when we went and purged like all the people that were tweeting nothing but political stuff all the time, still that's all I see all the time.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of people that we don't follow, I've had to just mute because I'm like, I don't care whether you do or do not like Trump. I just do not give a shit. Like, I don't care. I want to follow video games and funny stuff, and it's really hard to find that on Twitter right now. But so people complaining about No Man's Sky. They have a really big update coming next week. And now No Man's Sky has always put together amazing trailers. So take it with a grain of salt because this trailer looked incredible. But a
really
huge
good music.
Yeah, I love that. 69 Days of Static or something like that is the band. This feels like the game that everybody thought that it might have been. There is more multiplayer stuff, like legitimately cool-looking multiplayer exploration. It looked like there is actually going to be some space combat. Again, the looks of it certainly seem to be updated. And it's called No Man's Sky Next. And I think they deserve a lot of credit for not giving up. And then releasing it free as well. That seemed to be lost on a lot of people. Again, on Twitter, so that's not really a fair... But a lot of people are like, oh, maybe next time, too late. And I'm like, why not fire it back up now? Like, just because you didn't get it then, maybe this is the game that you want now. And they're not trying to, strong arm you out of taking, hey, $15 and you get the DLC and it fixes everything.
Right.
Like, I know if like when I screw up really big, I like to try to make it right, and this is coming across that way to me. Did you get to check out the trailer or anything?
Yeah, the underwater stuff looked awesome.
Yeah.
The music was great. Other than that, it looked like No Man's Sky. And I was like, oh yeah, this game.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see what Zarek thinks of it, because he played a good bit of No Man's Sky when it first came out, and he I felt had some of the most like level-headed commentary on the game. So I think he'll be a good barometer for me to judge, because it's very unlikely I'm going to. I didn't buy it then. It's not my style of game, but I'm interested in it. Ether's asking how long was it in production. This makes it 7 years that this game's been in production.
Ooh, Zurich said he'll retry it.
Okay, may stream it. Awesome. I will definitely check that out. Let's see. Kevin says, I purchased No Man's Sky, played it for like 10 minutes and returned it. He says the devs are trying to salvage their work. And they are trying to salvage their work, and I respect that.
Ether said No Man's Sky to me is No Man's Buy.
Yeah, chat's great tonight. Thank you, guys. We got Moses. He says, time to download an emulator and the Wario game. You brought back my childhood memories. Great, man. That's really cool. My buddy just got an Oculus Rift. I haven't tried it, but I've never tried one before. And he's got dual 1080 Ti's in his PC, so it will be able to run anything at the highest frame rates available. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Either says, I thought No Man's Sky would be a mix of Subnautica and EVE Online. You know, when the spaceships kind of zoomed in, mm-hmm. there was an EVE type of feel during one of the moments in the trailer. Again, it's a trailer, and No Man's Sky puts together great trailers. No one will deny that. So we'll see. But yeah, Zarek is who I'm going to turn to for that stuff. So go subscribe to his channel, because it'll be out next week. And that's XEARRIK Gaming. And he's got a really cool community. Really nice chat over there. Yeah. Speaking of emulators, what else we got here?
So I feel like this is going to be like in our Ready Player One distant future. This is going to be how people end up playing Nintendo games. There is an emulator inside Animal Crossing on the GameCube, and it will play any NES game as long as you can put that on a GameCube memory card.
Yeah, now the game for the GameCube, Animal Crossing, does have NES games that you can play. Mm-hmm. Like they're unlockables or whatever. But someone figured out a way to make it play just about any NES game, if you can, like you said. For some reason, I can totally understand this like 1,000 times over fixing Colonial Marines. But this also feels just as much of kind of a waste of time. I don't mean it to sound that crass, but like, why are you digging around in Animal Crossing debug? But again, teach their own. And this is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, if you're bored with picking up apples or whatever you do in that game, and you want to go play some Mega Man, get to it.
What do you do? I mean, you pay off your mortgage, right? Don't you get a mortgage in those games?
I believe so, yeah. I just know that people say Tom Nook's an asshole. So
that's it, yeah.
So I assume he's the mortgage guy. I know weeds can grow, and you want to cut down weeds. I don't know. That gameplay loop never really enticed me to play in those kind of games. I also I didn't get into Stardew Valley or anything like that. Although by all accounts, Stardew Valley is excellent at this, but it's just not my cup of tea. But that's what's so crazy and fun about video games is it's like books and movies. It's just about as varied as a medium can get.
Yeah.
Which why it's easy to talk about. What about you guys? Have you guys played Animal Crossing on GameCube back in the day? Or Stardew Valley? Because I've heard Stardew Valley, people that say that they didn't like Animal Crossing or couldn't get into it, something about Stardew Valley got them hooked. And there is a multiplayer aspect to it, so you and a friend, it'll scratch that kind of Minecraft itch. Mm-hmm. I get that. I can understand it, but it's just, it doesn't speak to me that much. Let's see here. Still waiting on an Aragon game. Is that Aragon like Lord of the Rings Aragon? Because wasn't there a dragon movie called Aragon?
Yeah, I think that movie was based on a book. The book is good, the movie is not. And I think there's a game based on the movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it's probably bad.
Kevin, Stardew Valley is a perfect game for you because it's available on all sorts of different platforms, so you can rebuy it a bunch too.
Your favorite thing to do?
Your favorite thing to do. Buy the same game over and over again. Moses says GameCube was pure Smash Brothers and a few RPG titles for me. That was my Tiger Woods 2004 system. I played a little Four Swords Adventures. They had a really great editor. My Tiger Woods 04, like I made Charlie Weiss, the old Notre Dame coach. I made a big fat guy, and I could make the Notre Dame logo to go over his left breast. My roommate made Ludacris. That was awesome. Luda. It was great. It was really, really fun. Because back then, a lot of people would try to make themselves. Mm-hmm. And we were like, that's boring. We already are around ourselves. Let's...
I've never played golf with Ludacris before. Let's do that.
Let's do that. And that's when Ludacris was like really everywhere.
Like you had a verse on every song.
Yeah, it was always featuring Ludacris. He writes some hilarious stuff. You still go back and you listen. Ludacris is really, really funny. Just like, it's great. Kevin says I'm a living joke. It's all in love, man. We've all bought games over and over again. I've got Rocket League in 3 different places, and I even bought it on PlayStation. Like that was the big PlayStation Plus free game. And I had PlayStation Plus at the time, but not a PS4. I didn't go online to click at my cart. So that's my big oops.
I almost bought a second TurboTap.
Almost, you're right. Almost. Good thing you were organizing. I tried to find some good images of a TurboTap for artwork last week. You should take some good photos. There are not good photos of a TurboTap out there.
Okay.
There's just not. There needs to be. Oh yeah, Moses says love the soundtrack on 04. Yeah, it's good stuff. There's Aragon with an A and Aragon with an E. Aragon movie was the same quality as The Golden Compass, which I haven't seen, but I remember it not being that great. I remember the reception of it not being that great. Let me know if I'm incorrect on that. And that's it. So we're out of news this week. There was a great article over at, if you want to get super nerdy about something. Oh, Dustin, you just froze. Hopefully that was just a mute. What's up? Hello? Oh, he's coming back. I got to slap your hand next time you try to hit that mute button. There's no audio. Well, we may be having a stop here if Dustin doesn't get his audio back.
How about now?
Yep, we're good.
Oh, okay, good. Damn it. So yeah, I hit the mute button again.
Well, okay, come on. What did you expect to be different?
I have yet to develop that Pavlovian response.
Oh, okay. So I really do need to be there to smack your hand.
Yes.
We need to... I wonder if Discord has... I bet it does. Has a hotkey. Like, I use OBS to mute my coughs. With I set it to Control-Shift. I bet that there's a quick mute button that we can set up in Discord. So you can hit, like, Control if you want to mute.
Okay.
I'm sure we can do that.
I just don't want to hack up along all over our viewers.
No, that's definitely the right decision. What was you have to go back and look. The window is all funky when you were gone. So it looked like I was in a mirror, and I could like peek out of one window, and then I was going to go over to your window, but you came on right as I was leaning over. Sorry, the sound is back. Apologize about that, everybody. We're still shaking off the rust. But I was thinking about your proposition about watching a horror movie.
Yes.
And Polygon had a list of like 17 Netflix horror movies. So let's pick from that because I have Netflix right now. And Cabin in the Woods I'll have to rent.
Okay.
So, 19, not 17. 19 horror movies. I've seen some of these.
Yes.
Do you want to pick one that you have not seen?
What do you want to do?
I'm going to pick one I haven't seen. I'll veto it if I've seen it. Like, we're not going to do It Follows.
Okay.
Maybe down the road.
Have you seen The Void?
I have not seen The Void.
That's a good one. That was one of my Halloween marathon movies.
Okay.
Last year.
Who's the one with the guy in here that's from The Hobbit? Martin whatever? Is that Cargo or is that Under the Shadow?
Cargo.
Yeah, Martin Freeman. I heard that was decent. But we're going to do... You want to do The Void?
We can do that.
Okay. What we're going to do... Dustin's a horror movie aficionado, and I am a wimp. So Dustin... said as a new person with watching horror movies, maybe we should watch a movie, and about once a month we'll have a segment where we do a movie review of a horror movie. And Ether, I think it was either Ether or Vepper that mentioned Lovecraftian as far as what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. This says, although it's described as a Lovecraftian. Kevin, you also may like this. The Void is closer in tone to a Silent Hill. I don't know where I got a southern accent out of nowhere. A tone of a Silent Hill game. So yeah, The Void. It's on Netflix. It came out in 2017. I'll watch it and we'll do a review on the next episode.
Yes.
There may be a delay next week. My little brother is having his first baby. Probably tomorrow. And we're going to go down to Cincinnati and visit him while that's all going on and get to meet my first niece. I've got some friends' kids that call me Uncle Scott, but this is like actually like a real family member, which is really cool. Very excited about that. So, The Void. We're going to watch The Void. Please, please come and give your thoughts as well. And we will give spoiler warnings, of course. That will be a spoiler section.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just as a heads up. So
watch at home and join us in the discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see a lot of lists, but when I was going through the various websites like Nintendo Life and Kotaku for news, I was like, ooh, a horror movie list for Netflix. Great. Mm-hmm. And It Follows. I like that movie, but I only watched it because of Disaster Piece. And you and my brother liked it, so I'm like, all right. And It Follows, I really did enjoy. If you don't think about the premise too much, like it falls apart when you think about it, but it's fun. And I thought the cast was really good in that movie. They all did really well. So, all right, it is now time to talk about our YouTube channel of the week.
YouTube channel of the week. Let's do Rainbot.
All right, Dustin, you've been back so much that you're actually running thin on channels.
I know.
That's great.
Rainbot, and I chose her video, "The Problem with Ghost Hunting."
Ooh, okay.
And it didn't go where I expected it to go. It's not like it's not there to debunk like ghost hunting or make fun of people who believe in like ghosts and so forth. It goes it's a very neutral take, kind of right down the middle.
Okay.
Not only the problems with ghost hunting, but the problems with people who say there's literally nothing there at all. And she even goes into things like what is it called, pareidolia, where your mind will fill in blanks. And yeah, it's good. Let her talk about it. Go watch it. It's good.
And Rainbot is like you rein something in, REIGN. Well, of course, we'll have it all linked in the descriptions of wherever you're hearing this, YouTube or podcast service or iTunes or whatever, other than the show notes.
She also does videos on like disturbing YouTube channels or YouTube videos that are disturbing. Oh. And it's all the videos that you're watching on YouTube and you're like
4chan murder mystery stuff, like
kind of, yeah.
Okay, because I've seen some of that where someone's like claimed murders on 4chan. It's like, man, it looks so freaking believable.
Yeah,
I'm spooked by it. I did watch the channel Life as Stories from last week. Your Logan, that you were right, man. That Logan versus Metal Gear video that you recommended was A+. It was really interesting.
Yeah, it was. Oh man.
And that's what made me, and that's what got me in the mood to watch the movie. And I was going to start watching Logan, and for some reason just turned on Annihilation. And I'm like, yep, I guess I'm watching this all the way through till the end. the thing about Annihilation that really surprises me, like I've seen it about 4 times now, and so when I go and I rewatch Ex Machina, it gets slower paced the more I watch it because I know what's happening. I'm not on the edge of my seat as much. And Annihilation, every time I watch it, it actually goes by quicker because I'm picking up so many new things that make sense to what I already know. I'm surprised that like the whole movie goes by quickly, even though I know what's happening. Like I'll be, gosh, they're already here. Wow! Like the first time I watched this, I forgot to confirm with you. Did you approve of how Natalie Portman shot the assault rifle?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It just looked like someone that had held a gun before.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Well, she probably has.
You'd mentioned that she was in the Israel army or whatever.
Yeah, I think she did.
If not, let's go with that because that sounds badass. Also, it was one of my favorite performances by her as well. Like she's adorable, but like I don't know, I bought her character a lot in this movie. So. Definitely go check that out. Everyone but Zarek thinks Logan is good. That's what Ether says. Well, you know, that's why it's 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, you know.
He's part of the 6%.
Yeah. And have any of you watched the noir version of it, where they redid the entire movie with they redid the coloring for all black and white scale? It's all grayscale, I mean. But they didn't just like slap a filter on it. They went and did full color correction in every scene. And it looks so good. It's rad. And it came with the Blu-ray. It just like is a bonus disc. Yeah. I'm like, this is freaking sweet. Let's see. Kevin says he enjoyed Solo. It was entertaining, but he's also not a huge Star Wars fan. You know, I think that's why, to Zarek's point, why I like The Last Jedi. Because I guess I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I like the sequel or the originals a lot, but yeah, I guess I just don't get too upset over all the things that are wrong about it. But I do enjoy listening to people complain and point out the things that have ruined it or whatever.
I hear Lando's going to be in the 10th movie, 9th movie.
Yeah, I find that weird.
Episode 9? Yeah, that's right.
Dude, somebody put Billy Dean Williams' mustache on Finn. Is that his name, Finn? Mm-hmm. And it looks like he could totally be related. Like their facial structure is really similar. I was like, wow, wouldn't that be a wild twist? That would make people's like heads explode. They would not be okay with that.
What if the whole time you think it's Finn that's his son, but it turns out Rey is his daughter? And that's who her parents really are.
Oh man.
I can't wait for them to kill Alf Lando Calrissian in the dumbest fucking way possible.
Yeah, right. That is weird if they like bring everybody back just to off them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who's still alive from the original cast? Come on, we got to kill you on screen. Please come back.
Like a satellite dish will fall off the Millennium Falcon and land on him in Cloud City. That'll be the way he dies.
I will definitely watch Solo when it comes out. I'll rent it and watch it. But I'm expecting to like it the way, like I didn't like Rogue One, but it didn't want to make me like walk out of the theater. I just didn't like it very much. I expect to kill 2 hours with that on. I'll probably be playing some Rocket League on the Switch or something while I've got that on. We'll see. I'm going to complain about a movie in a little bit. I finally saw Ready Player One, so Kevin, I'm glad that you're here.
All right.
I did like the new Star Wars, Kevin, the Last Jedi. I really liked it a lot. I was okay with the liberties they took relative to the rules that have already been established. But, teach their own, I guess. Dude, Kevin's a baby about spoilers too. He says, Giant Bomb totally ruined The Last of Us for me today. Like, out of nowhere, an emailer just like, they told the big hook, they told the big twist, they explained the ending. I'm like,
oh man,
damn, and out of nowhere, just like, couldn't even react. I'm like, fuck, I just bought that. A baby website is what ruined the Solo scene for him. A baby website. She's out there looking for like a car seat, and all of a sudden, like, Solo's ruined. That's like the Star Wars, like, oranges and bananas or whatever, like ruining a scene. Like, what?
That's great. 5 things to do with your baby girl. Also, Solo dies in the end.
Yeah. The Last of Us is 7 years old. The Last of Us is 7 years old. That can't be right. 2011 that came out? I guess that was PS3.
It was a PS3 game.
Let's see. Let's see here. Where would the date be on this bad boy? I'm sure he's right. It's PS3. Yeah, 7 years old. Yeah, I mean, it's a bummer. Like, I've skated this far, and it got ruined. He said the car seat is good. So, but yeah, Rainbot. Go check out Rainbot. Sounds like she does some cool stuff on YouTube. So, Dustin, let's talk about Ease 3. Because I did play about 48 seconds of it.
Popping bottles over here.
Bottles. I did not like how that game felt. Oh, you're having is that a root beer or is that a real beer?
Root beer.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've never seen you have a beer before.
Yeah. Virgil's microbrewed root beer.
That's dangerous. That's like candy cigarettes. That looks like a microbrew beer. Ether says 2014, so 4 years old.
Man. Virgil knows his way around hell and his way around a microbrewery.
Is there like devils and stuff on it? It's a haunted beer?
No, that was Virgil in, what the hell's the Divine Comedy? What the hell is it?
Oh, the Seven Circles of Hell? The
Inferno.
Dante?
Jeez.
Okay, yeah. Dante's Inferno?
That was like the dumbest.
That's a game. Wait, Dante's
Inferno
Inferno is a game, right?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Based on a book.
Okay. But
Ease 3.
Ease 3. Oh, look.
So you said you played some of it?
Yeah. I even brought the card out. It is not on the 6-pack. This is that 6-pack I was telling you about. See, it's licensed.
Oh.
This is awesome, though. It's got Sonic 1, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, and Super Hang-On.
Dude.
Like, that's a hell of a collection.
That's legit.
Yeah. And again, yeah, it's made in Mexico, Sega on the back panel. But yeah, I tried Ease 3. I pass. Does not feel good. You were right. I did not like it. The Divine Comedy. I think that's what we were trying to get at. When you say comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ease 3. It feels... That game is weird, man. I beat it, but it's weird. It's a weird game.
So, outside of the controls and stuff that you talked about last week, like what else makes it weird?
The way that it's designed, it's like when they made the game, they knew it wasn't balanced, so they put in measures for you to grind your way through. So in the Super Nintendo version, I don't know about the Sega Genesis version, you can buy a fairy necklace for 50,000 gold, and it's supposed to fill your life up when you die. It saves you.
Okay.
But they programmed it wrong, so it doesn't work in the Super Nintendo version.
Those damn A typos, man.
Yeah. It was supposed to be tether, but they put a T there.
Yeah.
It works in the Turbo Duo version.
Okay.
So that it is superior there. But like every battle with a boss is just a battle of attrition. You have to put out more damage per second than him. There's almost no discernible patterns. The boss fights happen like in less than a minute. One of you is going to be dead.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, like you can't often get out of there's no like, I'm going to warp out of this dungeon and go back to town. So what they have is they have the necklace, they have an herb, which you have to use. And on the Turbo Duo version, it's the start button. I used so many damn herbs trying to pause the game.
That sucks.
They cost 100 gold a piece. I probably blew like $1,000, 1,000 gold using herbs trying to pause the game. And you have a heal ring, and your heal ring is tied to magic. You can have 255 magic points, and every time you kill an enemy, you gain 1 magic point.
Okay.
So if you get to a boss room and you want to fill up your life, but you don't want to use your herb, you can grind out enemies, use your heal ring, fill all your life, and then fill all your magic, and then go into the boss fight.
Yeah, I could see why that's just time. Are you going to put this much time in? Okay, you can get through the boss.
Yeah.
That's a poor design decision, considering it, like you said, it's a side scroller, like platformer game in a way. I mean, it is side scrolling, but
I did like it.
You just didn't.
I did like it, but
okay.
It was like I liked all the story part, and then I was like, oh damn, now I gotta play the game. I gotta get through this stupid dungeon.
Either says, what if it turned out that this fairy necklace, when used accurately, actually made a program that corrupts the game? Be rough. There was that root beer that you have there. My buddy gave me a grape soda last Friday. That was it had like some German brewery name on it, and it was delicious. It was excellent.
Yeah, I got the cream soda too. Oh man, the cream soda is even better.
I don't like cream soda.
That's fine.
I thought you were gonna go what? Well, I've only ever had A&W cream soda. Is it wildly different from that?
I mean, it's higher quality, but it's the same taste.
Mike's Hard Root Beer. I have had that Grandpa's Root Beer, whatever, the alcohol, boozy root beer.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes just like root beer, but I don't like root beer that much. So the idea of getting drunk on it is like horrible.
Boozy root beer is an excellent bad name.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yeah, but I wanted to show you. At least I did fire up Ease 3 a little bit. The music is great out of the gate. But yeah. Also, I tried it on my Wii emulator. Those retro HD Retrovision cables. It's crazy how much better those look from the real Genesis than that Wii emulator does. It's really crazy. It just looks amazing coming out of that system.
I got to get all that figured out.
Yeah, that Nintendo thing, or the Super Nintendo thing, is really weird.
Yeah.
The guys at the OSSC are nice. I bet that they'd help you through that.
Okay.
Send them an email. Okay. So any other thoughts on Ys? I mean, you beat it.
Well, I have lofty aspirations to play through all the Ys series.
Okay.
Like I just today got Ys 7 delivered for the PSP.
Oh, nice.
So I have 1 and 2, 3. I'm going to talk about 4 here in a hot minute. 5 has never been translated. It was a Famicom game, Super Famicom game. I own Ys 6 on PlayStation 2.
Okay.
I just got component cables for my PlayStation 2. Was it Kevin who was talking about PlayStation 2 looking like crap?
Yes. In his email last week.
Get some component cables. It makes it look a lot better.
I want to get a PS2. I told you that, but they're like $100 now on eBay. So I just have to get lucky, like you guys have, and have somebody just say, "Hey, you want this?"
Yeah, just go around to people you know and be like, "Yo,
you know my buddy I'm letting borrow God of War. I think he still has a PlayStation 2. I should just borrow that from him." Or my buddy with all the arcade machines that's got the Oculus Rift. He's got to have one just laying there not doing anything that I can borrow.
Yeah.
I just want to get my Tiger Woods playing, man. Tiger Woods 04, baby. Best one.
And I already have Origins and 8, Lacrimosa of Donna.
I'm tempted by 8. It just looks fun. All the reviews I've seen, the combat system looks cool. It's more like hack and slashy than I was expecting. It looked cool.
Yeah.
Kevin says, "Dude, I have 3. I can send you one." Okay, I'll pay for the shipping, man. That'd be great. If you're giving them away, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Of course, watch it cost $100 since he's in Canada. Like I'm probably like a 4-hour drive to. I probably live closer to Kevin than you.
Yeah.
But it'd be like so expensive because it's technically international. Kevin asked if I keep it as a coaster. No, I'm just. I was trying to get a PlayStation emulator running on my computer, and it ran, and I was just too lazy to put it away. I don't know where the box is at. There it is. Yeah. So. No, actually, my coaster is it's doing its job now, but it's Portal. My brother got me a set of Portal coasters, which is always nice. I can tell who's cool when they come over and they know right away. Like, "Oh, dude, you got Portal?" Like, all right, you're good. Okay, so what else? What else have you been playing then?
Solly and I were playing Final Fight Double Impact. I've
never heard of this iteration of it.
It's a PS3 downloadable.
Okay.
And I don't remember the last time he played Minecraft. I think he might be over it. I don't even want to say it too loud. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
You're even looking over your shoulder like, hope he's not by the door.
Right? Like I don't think he's in the house, but just in case. But yeah, we played Final Fight Double Impact. This was a downloadable title that is Final Fight and Magic Sword, I think. Okay,
I'm not familiar with Magic Sword.
It was just like a random kind of Kadash alike, maybe.
Okay.
But we only played the Final Fight portion, and we were playing a 2-player. And we put it on easy, and it's basically an emulation of the arcade version.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So it's just press start to insert a coin.
Yeah.
So we can just keep playing and playing and playing. And we were just punching fools in the face.
He had a good time then? Did you make it to the end? Did he keep his interest for 40 minutes or whatever?
We got pretty far, but then I had to do something with Simon.
Oh, okay.
But it was okay because I could just dip out and he could play. And he got to the Bay Area, which I think is the level before the last level.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he may be over
the game which
MC.
shall not be named.
Yeah.
We've also been playing a lot of, well, he has on Switch. He'll just grab the Switch and play a lot of Breath of the Wild. Oh,
that's him doing it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be playing Rocket League, and it'll be like Vogue Nasty's playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's a little Vogue Nasty.
Cool.
He plays out a lot. We've been watching a lot of SGDQ 2018.
Okay.
He loves speed runs now.
Awesome. Well, there's no
He's
doubt
actually-
about the fraternity or whatever.
Right. If him looking exactly like me didn't
Tip you off
clue
then.
people in, yeah. And he's even, it might be Breath of the Wild, maybe his Zelda gateway drug, because I actually sent him to his grandparents with a GBA and A Link to the Past.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Good, man. I mean, he's at that age. He's what, like 5 or so now? Turning 6 soon? That's the perfect age to start getting into that stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's that old.
Yeah, he starts kindergarten in a month.
Kevin's got that
2 weeks.
kindergarten. That's when I got my Nintendo. I was in kindergarten, first grade, second grade when I played Zelda, so that makes wow. He's like gonna be so much better than all the kids at every game. Like he's gonna get invited to hang out just because he'll be able to get through levels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll be like, dude,
Yeah.
Mom, can I have Sully over? I'm stuck. Kevin, you got Crash Test Dummy stuck in my head now. He said we need to call Minecraft. That terrible 90s song. There you go. He's trying to get his daughter into gaming. She sucks at it still. Well, what are you going to do? I still suck at it most of the time, honestly. I just like it. That's cool. I had no idea that Final Fight had like a double, was available in kind of like a gaming bundle like that. And that's on, you said that's PS3 you got that?
Yep.
Cool. Nice. So what have you been doing with PS2 memory cards?
Okay. So I got that PlayStation 2. I hooked it up after I finally got my component cables, and I had 3 memory cards for the PlayStation 2. So I was just checking out. I was like, let's make sure this works. I'm gonna look at these PlayStation 2 cards to see what's going on with them. And as I was thinking about hooking up that PS2, like it took a while for the component cables to get here. So I was sitting there looking at the games and thinking about like all the PlayStation 2 games I used to play. Like, man, I used to play MGS2 all the time. I remember I played E6 a lot, and I got kind of far into it, but then I got stuck. And I used to play like Silent Hill 2 and yada, yada, yada. So I hook up this PlayStation 2, and I put these memory cards in, and they're the same memory cards. Like, I was looking at the save data, and it was like I played E6 in 2002.
But I mean, why are you surprised at your memory cards? Oh, because you had the break-in.
Right. So I didn't know if I'd replaced them.
Oh, yeah.
But also, I was just thinking back, like, dude, that was 16 years ago. That was before I joined the Army. Like, that was so long ago. It's just to have this weird connection to the games that I used to play 16 years ago.
That is pretty wild to be able to go like right back directly, right where you were and what.
Yeah.
That's one thing about trophies that will be nice when you go back and look at them. Like, God, I got that far into this, or that's cool. Especially, because you got cleaned out from a lot of your gaming stuff. So it's now that I think about it, that is pretty wild that you have those, and that they work.
Yeah, right. Because I was thinking, I got so far in E6, but I'll have to start all the way. I could literally start where I stopped.
Do you remember why you were stuck?
Ago. No, I don't remember. It was like I got to some point and there was some like clearly obvious way I could have gone, but I just missed it.
Okay.
Like my parents played the game after me, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we got through that part that you were stuck at." There was just this part that you didn't go to. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Do you think you will do that, or do you think you'll start from scratch?
I'll start from scratch just because I don't remember anything about that game.
Okay.
And I think that is the first game that used the Ease Origin. You know how Ease Origin plays, where it's like super frenetic and you have to like do a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
And I don't remember any of that. So
okay,
trying to jump in at like late level, I'd probably just get demolished.
Yeah, Ys Origin's fun. I definitely want to. That's on my Xbox. I definitely want to give that a full playthrough.
Yeah.
That's rad, man. That's cool. You found that. Like how?
Yeah.
You know, like if I found my GameCube that's got my Tiger Woods save state on it, and I can get the character back or whatever. Yeah. Well, actually, Luda was on my roommate's PlayStation 2. So he's gone forever. Actually, that roommate, I guarantee he still has that PlayStation 2. Like, he wasn't a big gamer, but he never throws anything away. Like, he's not a hoarder, but instead of getting a new laptop, even though he had this Toshiba that just would always overheat, so he had a good job, right? But instead of getting a new laptop, he would set it on, like, ice cube tray racks because it wouldn't overheat then. Like, he had the same stereo system. He still uses it today that we had in the dorm room in college, and it was relatively old when he brought it to college. So I guarantee that PlayStation 2 is still out there, unless it like completely like shot the bed or something. Yeah, good dude. So now you got two games here. I'm eager to hear about.
Okay.
Which you want to talk about more?
Let's go Ys 4 first.
Yes.
Okay. So, I was watching a GameSack video, and they said that there is an English translation, both text and dub, for Ys 4. And I went and I downloaded it, and I tried to run it several different times, and I've so far got the text version to work, but I can't get the dub to work.
The text is all you should need, though.
Well, it starts out with probably like 2 minutes of cutscenes where they're just talking in Japanese.
Oh, like that's. Oh, so it's just like the menus that are patched. It's not.
It's the menus and the story text.
So if you would turn the subtitles on, it would just be Japanese subtitles.
I don't think there are subtitles.
Okay, well,
it predates subtitles.
Okay, wow. Boy, they really didn't give a shit about people that like. There was no colorblind considerations. There was no text considerations. Like, you can't see her here? Fuck you. Like,
stay out of ease.
Stay at ease. Okay, so now walk me through the process of how to get this like going.
So you have to rip the game, and it will give you like a couple of ISO files. It'll give you all of the audio tracks from the game, and it will give you a Q file. And then once you have those, you have to run the patcher. Once you run the patcher, it should go through and patch the files with the redone English voices. And then once that's patched, you burn that to a CDR, and that's your game. Okay.
Do you use like some like native software? Like I remember for the Dreamcast, you needed to use Disk Juggler specifically. Do you have to use like specific burning software, or is it?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I used Image Burn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good old Image Burn, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just you have to be able to burn a Q file.
Okay. Yeah, poor Vepper said that he's never had a PS2 last more than a year and a half because they kept breaking. That blows.
No, that does blow.
Those typically held on for a long time. I rarely saw. The only people that I saw with PS2 issues were the ones that left it on like all the time. It was just on.
Yeah. They'd have problems with overheating. The first revisions didn't they?
Did they? Oh, I thought
just like the first PS1 revisions.
Possibly. That sounds about right. All game consoles seem to have that. Like, we all know the Red Ring of Death, but those fat PS2s or PS3s get the yellow light. That's an issue. Those have.
That's all. I lost my backwards compatible one.
Oh, that sucks. What a great system that is if it's working though. Having All 3 systems in one. Very cool. Well, hopefully you get that working.
Yeah, I'd love to play through it for the channel.
Absolutely. All right, man, let's talk about the showstopper.
Curse of the Moon.
What do you think?
It's good. I like it. I totally agree with you on the music. I'm hearing the music and I'm just like, man, this music could be way better.
Yeah. It's not bad at all.
Right. But it's like 8-bit music.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed is the big golem guys. Like everything seems like 8-bit. You could almost like maybe see it on like an NES. But then the big golem guys that smack the ground and the big wave comes at you, that looks like something straight out of Shovel Knight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hyper animated. It looks great.
Yeah, and that's a little jarring from an aesthetic standpoint, but they look so cool and they're giant. They're not really that difficult, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I've got the third guy. I just unlocked the Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's not as hard as I expected yet. At least
it won't be. When your first playthrough is not going to be tough for you.
Okay. I like the bosses. The bosses feel really good to fight.
There are a couple of bosses that I don't think you're to yet that I did have a hard time with, but and now they feel impossible with my run that I'm trying to do with just the first guy. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for you to get to that point when you've beaten the game and you're playing it again. That is Castlevania 3, like to its core, man.
Cool.
I guess what are some of the bosses that you've been to as far as like which patterns and stuff?
There's the train guy.
Oh, okay, yep. Have you been to the gold one?
No,
the guy pushes gold.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for you to see that one. That's all I'll say.
And the ice turtle thing in Frigid Hell.
Okay, I'm having a hard time remembering that one.
It's like a turtle shell, and then something will kind of poke up from the front of it, and then it will summon bubbles that.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think the bosses are excellent. I'm with you on there. Are you trying to follow this pointing skeletons, or are you going like against where they're pointing you to go? Have you noticed those?
I think right now I'm just following them.
Sometimes you can't because you won't have like you might not have a power or whatnot. But it's okay if you can't. Like you can still make progress. It's a really well designed game from a level layout standpoint.
Yeah. Will you get a chance to go back through with everybody?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, because like I found in the first level, I found a path that you had to slide under, but I hadn't got the chick yet to do the slide. So I figured I'd be able to go back and play with her. Yeah,
you'll be able. It's like a new game plus. It's just a more difficult mode, but you get all 3 people right out of the gate. And then the third like mode to unlock is when you take the first guy and you kill all the people instead of letting them join your party.
Okay.
That's the version I can't wait for you to play. Is to start a fresh game again. So you'll miss a bunch of. I don't know why your screen went dead there.
It was so weird. It was like my screensaver came on or something.
Your tubes that go together. That was one of my favorite screensavers from back in the day. I can't wait for you to get to the point where you're the main guy, and instead of like having that girl join the party, you just keep stabbing her till you kill her and take on a power. It's great. It's really cool.
I like her whip.
I love the whip. So unfortunately, that's the thing that you don't get in that second playthrough. But you do get a double jump.
That's worth it. You can jump on the stairs.
Yes, I love that.
Which I love. And like Rondo, all of the bosses do desperation moves.
Yes.
They try to hit you one last time.
Yep. And they're tough to avoid. But I like that wrinkle as well. It's cool.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite sub-weapon so far? Do you have one that you prefer over the others?
I'm not sure what the main guy. I don't know any. I don't know any of the character names. The main guy that you start with.
Yeah. Okay, we'll call him main guy.
Yeah, main guy. When you get like the sheet of paper, it's the holy water basically.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
That's a good one. And the chick with the whip, when she gets the scythe, that's basically the boomerang.
Yeah,
That one's also really good.
it's good for boss fights and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, any other thoughts on Curse of the Moon?
I can't wait to play through it.
Awesome.
I think it's going to be rad.
Yeah, you'll continue to like it. It will be easy for you the whole way through, but a mode for you is in the game,
Okay.
for sure. So I played about 4 hours of Mario Kart on the Switch with my buddy that lives in Shanghai. I've got two of my childhood friends. One lives in Beijing, and one lives in Shanghai. And my buddy in Shanghai, we used to play a lot of Mario Kart together in high school and in college when we'd get together. We went to different colleges, but we're still the same hometown. And we just used like Google Hangouts, but it played great. We had he got booted twice, I think, in the 4 hours, and I got booted once. The latency was fine. It worked really well. It was super easy. Games are Mario Kart 8. It still has. I guess it's not that old of a game, but still has a pretty vibrant, like online, community going. All the games are always full. We play 200cc, so I finished last. I finished last a lot. You can do, the battle modes. You can just do private races where you have full granularity of how many races you want to do. Frantic items, hard, easy AI, all that stuff. You can create public rooms as well. So you can set your own rules and let people join. It was weird to have the online work decent or be user-friendly for Nintendo.
Yeah.
'Cause I never played Nintendo games online, but it was cool. It worked well.
I'm surprised the Chinese government let him use the internet like that.
Part of me was surprised about that. I think he might have had to go through a VPN, actually.
Okay.
He definitely uses a VPN. Oh, I'm almost positive for the Google Hangouts he needed a VPN. But there's ways around it that aren't too difficult. And he's not real tech savvy, so it can't be that tough. Because he seems to know what he's doing. So over at the Cartoon Retrocast, rest in peace, Cartoon Retrocast. Maybe they'll resurrect someday. In their Facebook group, Jeromy posted a screenshot of Pinball on the NES, and in Game B he had 140,000. And he's like, "Does anybody want to challenge me?" I'm like, "I'll try. I love that game. I'm terrible at it." 140. I am impressed at that score. The highest I've been able to get in Game B is about 60 or so.
Okay.
Maybe I got to 74. But the difference between Game A and Game B is that the ball is basically just heavier in Game B, so it's more realistic physics. So you can't get lucky and have the ball keep bouncing through like 1,000-point things, and you get more bullshit that happens to you. So 140 is really good, but I've really enjoyed, chasing a high score. I was on, there's an amplifier that I bought that has some problems, and right out of the gate it had problems. So I'm on the phone with customer service, and how old games in the demo screen sometimes don't have like any sound, and then when the demo track is over, like the song comes back on.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here talking to this guy from Roland Music, and all of a sudden the pinball thing starts going off. And I'm like, God, he knows I'm fucking nerdy. 8-bit pinball just starts playing in the background. So I thought that was funny, but it's cool to have a high score to try to obtain. I did play with the beginner game A. And I got to 108, so I couldn't even beat him with the beginner level. So,
Man.
But it's I'm sitting in my room. It's a nice like little wind down game. If I don't want to get mad at someone playing Rocket League poorly, I can just get mad at some Nintendo BS before going to bed. But I always really liked pinball, like just in general. Which that reminds me, we gotta mention Ben Martin sent us some stuff. But I just like pinball in general, even though I've never been very good at it. Even in video games, I like Pinbot. My grandma had Pinbot, and I always liked that game. And pinball in the NES I always really liked, despite it being really super rudimentary. But yeah, that laundromat that Ben was talking about, he sent us some 360 pictures on YouTube or on Facebook. And I didn't get a chance to try with my phone VR yet, but you can look around in like Google Glass or whatever. Cool. So I'm going to check that out, but I could do like the drag the mouse around. They have a lot like Jurassic Park, Star Trek. They have some really high quality pinball machines. And, I think he said it's like a 15-minute train ride for him to get to the laundromat. That's the only reason he goes there is to play pinball, that's rad, or, hang out in there. But that's all I would want to do. Even if I had like laundry in my apartment facility, or if I had like a unit in my apartment or whatever, I'd go over there and play some games. I'm jealous that we don't really have much of that here. And I live in a small town in Ohio, so we don't really get much of that. But what's a game that you are just bad at that you still enjoy? Do you have anything like that? Is pinball one of those? Like golf, bowling, tennis.
Really, any sports game?
Okay.
Like there was a Joe Montana
on the
football
Genesis
game for Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
I used to play that a lot. I wasn't great at it. The Wayne Gretzky hockey for the Nintendo 64. I played that a lot.
Okay, I never played that one. I'm familiar with it. Nothing beats NHL 94. Back when EA was
Jam.
Awesome. NBA Jam. Oh, I'm terrible at that, but I like that game.
Yeah.
I hate playing it though because everybody beats me. I need that rubber banding, or I don't have a chance. Like if that game wasn't such like BS as far as like if you're down, you just start sinking them from everywhere, I'd never win. My roommate that I told you about that had the PS2 with Ludacris on it, like he could block 90% of shots no matter what if he was the Chief from Boston Celtics, Robert Parrish.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He would block dunks on fire. Like, it was insane. He knew the exact pixel spot, and he knew the timing so well. It was obnoxious. Kevin, I finally saw Ready Player One, the movie. And it's not offensively bad, but it's not a good movie at all. They cut some things, and they arranged the story differently than the book in ways that just really baffled me. Sorry, I'm going to spoil, I guess, a little bit of it. But you know how in the book they Wade gets to finally meet her in real life, like at the very end?
Yeah.
They do that like straight out of the gate.
All right.
They didn't show that like they didn't explain the world well enough. They didn't show kids in school in a classroom inside of the Oasis. They showed kids at real schools like being in the Oasis. So they did not convey well enough, I thought, that everybody basically lived in the Oasis. And I thought that was a really weird choice on their part. They could have cut down maybe some really long action sequences to maybe fit in all you need is maybe like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And didn't one of the kids from Asia, didn't they die? Didn't one of them die in the book? Like for real? I thought one of the... Maybe it was just his like mech or something that he lost, but I could have sworn one of like the brothers that were in like Japan or whatever, I thought one of them died, and they didn't in the movie. I was like, what?
I feel like the book got dark in parts.
Yeah.
Like there were like for real like Like the stakes were high.
Yeah, so there was no threat of that happening. You didn't feel like the stakes were high at all.
Okay.
The main kid Wade was really boring. Like not just there's nothing to like and root for about him. The way that they wrote his dialogue and script and stuff. So I don't know. It's fine.
Did you start off chubby?
Huh?
Did you start off chubby?
No.
That's a bummer.
No, he's handsome right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And I was okay with the references, and I was okay with the way that they changed some of the games. Like, of course, they're not going to have the War Games thing in the movie. But I don't know. They didn't explain some of the token stuff very well. I did like, what's it? Simon Pegg does a really good American accent.
Hey,
Just like Martin Freeman that we talked about earlier, he does a good American accent.
Mm-hmm.
I always really like that. Let's see here. Ether says the book Ready Player One also had different trials, and I'm okay with the different trials. But it was like the impact. Like they should have waited the whole movie to see what she looks like, and they really should have played up the "you wouldn't like me in person, you really wouldn't like me." They did a really good job in the book of that, right? And at times, like, remember when she in the book would be way ahead in something and Wade would catch up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was like one reference that Wade's like, ooh, I like her on Twitch. I watch her Twitch shows. And then all of a sudden they're like best friends, like real quick. And I'm like, God, no. The whole point of that was I guess the really corny young adult romance stuff of it is what I was missing from the movie. Which sounds really funny to say. Yeah, go backwards if you watch the movie. It's stupid. They do some things that people would absolutely try. That there's no way the solutions that were in the movie would not have been found after 5 years. In the book, I bought it more. I really did. But in the movie, it was like, dude, no way. Like, that totally would have been figured out. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, the Mario Lemieux game, also going back to what you were saying. That's a game that Kevin likes that he's probably bad at, but still enjoys. He better enjoy it in Canada. Yeah. I don't... he says, did you notice the Battletoads randomly showing up? I did not. I missed the Battletoads. If they were in that movie, I missed it. Also, TJ Miller's in it, and I can't stand that guy. Like, it's like he was the one. I know a lot of people liked him on Silicon Valley. Drove me nuts. I hated that character. And he talked like he doesn't try to disguise his voice in any way. He sounds like the stoner dude from Silicon Valley as a villain, and it's like bad.
He's the villain?
He's one of the villains, yeah. And I don't remember his character in the book, but I don't remember it's been years since I've read that book, probably 5 years, so.
Yeah.
TJ Miller sucks. Like, he does. I watched his stand-up special, or tried to watch some of it on HBO. It was awful. It was awful. I don't know how he's this rich, successful actor. He's a bad stand-up comedian, and he's a bad actor. And he has hair that looks like ramen noodles. It drives me nuts. Like, Oh, Kevin says the Shining thing was rad. Absolutely. There's a Shining thing in it that is great. It's not terrible by any means. It's just they rearranged some things from the book that were a little weird in ways that if they were delivered in the order that the book did, I think that it would have been more impactful and I would have liked it more. Like, it's just, it's so obvious everything that's going to happen. You know immediately. Like, they're not even subtle. They'll be like, oh, they're showing this quarter. Obviously, that's going to be something. Oh, it's like, nudge, nudge. Hey, this is important. It treats the audience like they're idiots.
And that was a Spielberg movie, right?
Yeah. It's basically an animation studio, dude. There's like 10 minutes of like live action stuff. It's all a cartoon. Really? It's all a cartoon. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which, I mean, that's how it was in the book, but And there is some good chemistry. Like, I think that they did age well. I like the look of the characters. Some of the world looks really neat. It's not horrible, but I liked Tomb Raider better than Ready Player One. If I had to watch one of those again, I'd watch Tomb Raider again.
All right.
And that's it for what we've been doing. Let's see. He thought it was Jack Black. I wonder if it was... I wonder if he meant the T.J. Miller character. He thought it was Jack Black. See, Jack Black at least has like more of like a Robin Williams. Like, he can really get boisterous and really change up what his normal talking tone is. T.J. Miller is just... It's honestly like if you or I were to voice act, you'd hear me right away. Like, I don't have a range. I wouldn't...
Right.
You know, I would suck too if I was doing that. But, yeah. We don't have any feedback this week because I was late publishing last week's episode from some computer issues, so apologize about that. But if you would like to leave some feedback, you can send us an email. That's classicelite@gmail.com, classicl337. Or you can leave a YouTube comment, and we typically don't miss those. So on any episode, if you leave a comment, we'll go back and read it because we usually see that stuff. So that's a good way to get a hold of us. I don't know, Dustin, any other final thoughts before we sign off for the night?
No, I think that's everything.
Okay.
Well, actually, one weird thing happened. I was laying in the recliner dozing before the episode, and I heard something in my office. Like, I heard game music.
Okay.
For like 3 to 5 seconds. And I got up and I came in here. I was like, what the hell is that? And nothing.
It's a ghost. The gaming ghost.
Yeah. But I was just thinking maybe it was like something was left on, and right before it like did the hey, we're gonna shut off because you haven't done anything. Like, audio played for like 5 seconds and then it shut off.
Okay, it's possible.
Or I had like websites open and maybe they had like some weird audio advertisement that played for, I don't know. It was weird as hell.
Or, I mean, if you, maybe you had just slipped into that dream and you knew, like, you were recording, and so you were, like, subconsciously aware of that, and it could have been... I've been having really lucid dreams lately. It's been rough. I fucking hate it. Like, you know when you wake up and it feels real? Mm-hmm. It's been every night for weeks now. It's been tough.
Oh, man.
So, sucks. But, all right. Well, I think that's going to be it for the show. Oh, Kevin also says they also ruined the twist of H by having her on the goddamn cover of the movie poster. Yes, absolutely. So that is going to be it for the show. So I want to thank Ben Landis for letting us use his song Through the Forest as our intro music. Outro, it's a little ditty from Cubby. So shout out to Cubby as well. And if you'd like to get the audio versions of our podcast, you can do that at our website, classicelite.com, or search for Classic L337 at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or any podcast service. I'd also highly recommend Podcast Addict. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers on that app. I don't know where it's coming from, but thank you to anybody that is using Podcast Addict on Android to listen to the show. Thank you very much. Also, reviews help us out a lot. We have Amazon affiliate links that you can use in the description if you'd like to support the channel. And also, there's a sponsor button during our live recordings that we are able to use through YouTube. So if you're there and you'd like to sponsor us, youtube.com/classicelite/live. There's a sponsor button. So, social media, same username, Classic Elite, at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube. That is going to be it for the show. So, everybody, thank you very much for listening to episode 277 of the Classic Elite Podcast, and we'll see you next week for episode 278.
Boosh.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. Kevin, thanks for chilling the whole time, man. Really appreciate it. And, full live show, dude. Like it's rad. But yeah, Bepper Ether, Moses, good to see you. Sir Cattingsworth, if you're still around, appreciate it. And Derek, as always, love you, man. So yeah, I'm gonna shut down the stream. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.